good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Oils webinar, the first one of the new year. After a bit of a hibernation period, we're back, bringing you your bi-weekly fix of oils, updates, news, market changes, movements. I'm so happy to be back, but I'm even happier that you are back, Erwin. I think that's also for our viewers, that's a lot more useful than me being here. Gerben is Vesper's oils analyst. You just came back from Malaysia, so you have all of the knowledge from POC I think you have with you. How have you been? How's the past month and a half been?
Yeah, busy. Spent quite some time in Asia, first on holiday, but of course then more than a week in Malaysia. Lots of meetings with our clients, partners, interesting presentations at the conference, and yes, some interesting insights, of course, to discuss today.
Perfect. Well, so happy that you can bring all of that back. We've not been sitting still on the Vesper front in 2026. We have some exciting new product features as well, which I hope all of you have been using already. To round it up, of course, the sharing feature. Now you can share your dashboards. Also, Gerben, you can just share your oils webinar dashboard that you use with me easily. So that's nice. We've given you the ability to upload your own data through Bring Your Own Data. But I think maybe one of the most exciting ones is what we call our Commodity Copilot. This is your assistant whenever you're looking to do research into the market, get answers, ask any question, whether it's about how the platform works, but also about the market. You can do it now in Commodity Copilot. So kind of like our own ChatGPT, but for commodities, only based on Vesper data. So not wondering what the source is, if it's reliable or not, if it's up to date or not. So very exciting. Have you been using it at all, Gerben?
Yes, it's a nice tool indeed. And of course, as you said, the key strength of it is that it's only using our data, the data from our database or the data which is on the platform, our market reports, our AI forecasts. So it's only operated within our Intel space. And yeah, it gives good answers. And I think I can just show one of the examples instead of just talking about it. So I'm going to share my screen. So I had one question that I asked previously. Yeah, for example, this one. So what's the outlook for PKO in 2026? Of course, yeah, it's better to ask what's the outlook for palm kernel oil price in 2026 to be more specific. But I think this one we asked quickly during the conference, and it still worked well. But my recommendation is still to be more specific with your questions. And yeah, I would say it takes about maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, Feiko, to generate an answer, depending on the complexity. And yeah, it gives you summary first, which is quite nice. Then it gives you some numbers, some specific benchmarks. It's relying on some information on the fundamentals, for example, yeah, production, stocks, etc. Some information that it takes from the market report and from the AI forecast, and it nicely puts it all together. And at the end of the answer, you can find data series that we used to reply your question for your reference, which is very nice. And sources, and in this case, for example, it's my market report. And of course, you can also give an estimation for the answer. Do you like it or not? Overall, I would say the Copilot works well. In my opinion, from the analyst perspective, it works well. It gives quite comprehensive answers, and it gives references for the sources that it used. So to me, it's been a quite useful tool, to be honest, Feiko.
Yeah, amazing. That's good to hear. And I think this is a great example of quite a simple and short question, giving you a very comprehensive answer, spanning across prices, forecasting, well, your expert insights, but also it can check the news for anything that's there. Specifically questions where you want to do research, where you want to know a price, where you want to know price correlations between two products. Yeah, it's there to help you. Any feedback you have, please let us know. It's AI, we're still learning, and we have some exciting product development still on the cards for that. So yeah, nice product update from our end. But of course, now to shift on to why everybody's here, that is the market. And almost traditionally, we always start with palm oil. What are the key factors in the market? What are you watching right now?
Yeah, so let me share my screen again and show the chart with the palm oil price. So this is the BMD benchmark. So basically, yeah, you can see there were some zigzags in the market previously, but overall, as we at Vesper traditionally look at the market from a week-to-week perspective, there was a decline in the price from the previous week, despite this small rebound. And the reason for that was that the Chinese New Year just started, basically, which means a slower demand for palm oil and vegetable oils overall, and anything coming to China, basically. And also the poor export performance in Malaysia in the first half of February. So those two factors, they both have been pressuring the prices since the previous week. Of course, the news that Malaysian palm oil stocks are finally declining, it helped to set the floor for the prices. But overall, if we talk about, for example, the outlook for the first quarter, the price outlook, the issue that experts point out that stocks in Malaysia might not decline as quickly as we would love to, and this could potentially keep a lead on prices. But of course, some growth potential for the BMD price remains because the stock drawdown will be there. So probably production will be declining, exports will be there. But supply overall is expected to be good, which will probably prevent any strong price spikes in Q1. But overall, again, the overall sentiment that price can still grow a little in Q1 for palm oil.
Okay. And you were at POC, of course, last week in Malaysia, the best place to be. Because I'm curious here, what's your take on the production outlook for palm oil that you took away from POC?
Yeah, that was indeed. There were a lot of nice presentations with the production forecasts for palm oil for Malaysia and Indonesia. So I think for Malaysia, there is a nice consensus between the experts that there will be a production decline this year between 0.3 and 0.5 million metric tons. With regards to the Indonesia, opinions differ, with some saying that production could increase a little bit. For example, Glenelg Economics said that, or GAPKI, the Indonesian organization, said that they also expect a growth in palm oil production in Indonesia, whereas quite some other experts said that they do expect a decrease in Indonesian production this year. And part of the reason is that the land seizures that take place in Indonesia, of course, the impact of those is not short term. Yeah, basically, long story short, for those who don't know, the Indonesian government is seizing land that it sees as being used illegally. And this kind of scares the market a bit, and people invest less, they use less fertilizers, for example, etc., etc. So, and the market expects the impact of it to be visible already in the second half of 2026, maybe Q4. So that's why some of the experts said that overall the Indonesian production in 2026 can actually be lower, partly because of it. So I would say the majority of the experts, they kind of stick to the point that palm oil production globally could be a bit lower this year.
Okay, so if we see a tighter supply situation then, or at least the risk of that, the consensus is, and for Q1, you already said your pricing outlook would be flat to slightly up potentially. If you look at the longer terms like Q2, Q3, Q4, what are your price expectations?
Yes, good question. So as we discussed here, Q1, so Q2. Normally you see a production recovery for palm oil. That's obvious to everyone. But again, at the conference, some of the experts said that production in Malaysia in Q2 could actually be flat rather than growing, which, yeah, again, might set some floor for the prices. And yeah, which gives me the conclusion that prices will be flat to slightly down, basically because, yeah, there is a risk of flat production, but also some production recovery. So to me, prices are flat to down. And Q3 seasonal factors and the conclusion of B50 tests in Indonesia should provide price support. Just as a reminder, Indonesia is currently testing the B50 biofuel mix, conducting some technical tests, see if it's possible to use it or not, on which types of vehicles. And there will be some results, I think, in June, July. And based on that, again, some rumors, speculations can come and fuel some price growth, in my opinion. And then finally, Q4, as I mentioned, some of the specialists, they say that Indonesian production might not be great. And also the renewed speculation for B50 for 2027. Again, normally in Q4, let's say people start talking about the Indonesian biofuel program for the next year. Yeah, and that's what helps the prices normally to grow. Yeah, and overall, I would say this matches with the outlook provided by the POC experts. And overall, I would say there is some potential increase. There is some room for the increase for palm oil prices this year. Maybe not as massive as we expected previously because of the biodiesel program delay, but still, I would say, yeah, price expected to be slightly up overall this year.
Okay, thank you for that. Is it time to move on to Lorix?
Yeah, it's time to move to Lorix, yes.
Okay, then let's start off with coconut oil. How's the market looking there?
Yeah, so for that one, I think it would be interesting to show a couple of benchmarks. So I'm going to go to our Lorix dashboard. You can see some of the POC dashboards here that I created. All right, so, and I'm gonna just keep a couple of prices to make it less distracting. So yeah, there was basically a decline in both copra and crude coconut oil prices at the origin in Manila, in the Philippines, and as a result, CIF Rotterdam benchmark reacted to it as well. So yeah, my of course guess that the POC conference was partly impacting this downward price direction, but also of course the general market sentiment that coconut oil supply will show a good recovery this year, which will bring the balance to a more comfortable position. And yeah, and also the situation with the coconut oil prices, they do impact Lorix complex as well. So the recent weakness in crude palm oil prices also helped the prices to go down for the coconut oil.
Okay, and if we compare that, look at the palm kernel oil side of it.
Of course, let me go to this one. So for the palm kernel side, yeah, prices have been flat-ish at the origin, and similar, yeah, situation at the destination, CIF Rotterdam. So in terms of some interesting insights from the POC, basically, for the CPKO, the experts expect some decline in production in 2026 for both Malaysia and Indonesia. But this decline is not expected to be massive, and it's going to be outweighed by the strong recovery in coconut oil production, which will, yeah, keep overall Lorix balance at a comfortable level still.
Okay, that's and if you say a comfortable level, you mean little upward price momentum, so quite flat?
It means that it's not going to be as amazing as it was some years ago, not as comfortable, but much more comfortable than the previous year. So overall, I would say the market expectation regarding the prices for Lorex for this year, that they will decline from the current levels, and they have been declining for a few months already because of the stronger production. But because the stocks, for example, beginning stocks this year, they were quite tight. This means that overall balance will not be as loose, as in some previous years, as I said. Plus, we still have the biodiesel program in the Philippines, which means that prices will go down, but they will not be at the same levels as they were, let's say, 2-3 years ago, right? So we shouldn't expect that. But prices are definitely expected to be better than last year, of course. They're already better, but should probably decrease even more.
Okay, so there's some good bearish potential left for the Lower complex this year, but a lot of moving parts to take into account. If we then transition to soybean oil, have we seen any important developments on that side recently?
Of course. And if I again go to the soybean oil dashboard, I think I can just go to futures instead. So I can choose CBOT soybean oil. You can see quite persistent growth in the CBOT soybean oil prices. Yeah, that's been fueled, of course, by the expectation that in March, the US government will finalize, as they promised. Let's see if they do it or not, but they promised to finalize the biodiesel policy, biofuel policy for 2026 and 2027. That's what markets are eagerly waiting for. But also some news recently that India is lowering trade barriers for the US agri, which could potentially strengthen the demand for US soybeans and soybean oil. Not sure at this stage by what extent, but yeah, the market saw it as one of the demand factors in this case, which again helped the prices to grow a little bit. And of course, yeah, everybody's waiting for March, as I said, to see the details about the biodiesel program in the US, which, yeah, if they do finalize it and if they do provide enough details and if they do it in the way that the market expects, of course, there will be a very strong demand for the soybean oil and prices will continue increasing. But it's very important to see the details once they are published by the government.
Okay, and can I ask you a very difficult question that is, before the details are published, can I still ask you for your price outlook for the mid to long term here?
Yes, of course. So Q1, as I said, there is a bullish potential because of the potential finalization of the US biofuel policies. And then Q2, Q3, I think there is also some bullish potential because of the expectations of lower soybean oil exports because of the US biodiesel policy and potentially lower soy oil flows from Argentina this year. And September, October, there could be a US harvest pressure as usually. But again, we will need to see how biofuel demand will be developing. Maybe there will be no proper impact of the harvest pressure on soy oil prices. And then Q4, November, December, maybe palm oil growth will help prices a little bit. But again, all those, let's say, projections for each quarter, they will largely depend on the details related to the US biodiesel policies. Will they confirm the renewable volume obligations that they promised? Will they restrict properly the foreign feedstocks, such as Chinese UCO, from getting tax credits in the US? What they will do with exemptions for small refineries? So there are quite a lot of things that they need to finalize and clarify. So I think, hopefully Q1 will bring more clarity, which will help us to do better projections for the remainder of the year.
Okay, well, let's hope we can discuss this in our next oils webinar, or maybe the one after that. See if we get all the details in March. If we transition from soy over to rapeseed oil, Any comments there?
Of course. Let me go to rapeseed oil dashboard, processing volumes. So, and then maybe I can do like this to keep it less, to make it less distracting. So overall in the EU rapeseed oil supply, which is crush and also imports, here I'm just showing you some of the crush numbers. But if we add also rapeseed oil imports here, so I do this exercise normally in my market reports, we will be able to see that this year rapeseed oil supply within Europe is quite strong, basically stronger than in previous years. This is one thing. And another thing is that markets feel quite comfortable taking into account the big remaining rapeseed stocks in Ukraine and in Canada. That's another big factor. And of course, the next EU crop, which is at the moment expected to be good, right? So if we summarize, if we put together all those factors, basically market now feels pretty comfortable about the supply of the seeds and oil within Europe, for example, and also globally. That's why, of course, rapeseed oil stays at a discount to, for example, of course, sunflower oil.
Clear. So that means that your price outlook for rapeseed would also be for the mid to long term?
So yes, in Q1, as I said, crush rates are very good for rapeseed oil, and imports are also good. This is one thing. And another thing, that sunflower oil is expected to get cheaper within the coming month. So these couple of factors might put pressure on rapeseed oil, not necessarily drive a strong downward momentum, because rapeseed oil is already significantly cheaper than sunflower oil, but it can, put some pressure on the prices. In Q2, flat to marginally lower because of the expectations of a good EU rapeseed harvest, and probably Canada will still have a lot of stocks of canola by that point. June, July, of course, maybe August as well. Harvest pressure is normally in the rapeseed sector, and then November, December, probably a post-harvest recovery, and winter stock building by the biodiesel producers in the EU.
Clear. I think that only leaves one more product that we need to discuss. That's the sunflower oil market. What's been happening there?
So sunflower oil prices, let me share my screen again, and let me show you Sixports benchmark. So sunflower oil prices have been, they declined a little bit following, I guess, palm oil and some sideways movement in the rapeseed oil as well. In terms of interesting developments, there was an attack by Ukrainian drones at the Russian facilities of one big crusher in the Black Sea region, basically. But we checked some of the information, and the company is called IFCO, and their sea terminal was not damaged, but their warehouse facilities and refining facilities were damaged. We don't know if it will impact the sunflower oil outflow out of Russia or not. Probably not at this point. And then, if we talk about the export volumes, so both from Ukraine and Russia, sunflower export volumes have been very low, record low this season. But actually, stocks and, for example, production, if we talk about Russia specifically, have been quite okay. And this probably drives me to the idea that there could be some stock build up. I know that there is definitely stock build up in Ukraine, because we get sunflower oil stocks data. But in Russia, we don't get specifically sunflower oil stocks data. We do get production and exports. And because production in Russia has been very strong, not very, but above average, and exports have been below average, it probably points me to an idea that there could be some stock build-up, which can, of course, affect the prices later when these volumes actually go to the market.
Super clear. And then to what outlook does that lead you?
So I would say Q1, as we briefly discussed. And also, I would say Q1, Q2, there will be an arrival of the Argentinian crop, which is expected to be better and compensate a little bit for the lower sunflower crop in the Black Sea. But also, as I said, this stock build-up of sunflower oil, potential sunflower oil stock build-up. I'm not sure exactly about Russia. I know about Ukraine, but in Russia, probably yes. They also need to start selling this at some point. So I think Q1, Q2, likely sunflower oil prices go down rather than up, in my opinion. Then third quarter price direction will depend on the forecast for the next crop. But I would say, because overall ending stocks at the end of the season are expected to be tight. So I think there could be a bit of an upward movement at some point in Q3, which seasonally happens. And then Q4 harvest pressure is expected to take place in September, October. And the beginning stocks, but because beginning stocks are expected to be tight, I think closer to December, prices can start rising again.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for that. Could you maybe share your screen one more time, German? Because I see you've done an amazing job in keeping your dashboard organized with clear dashboards prepared for everything. I always love colleagues like this. This is not how I am, so I always need to benefit a little bit from you. And that's why we have a new feature. So if you scroll up and you see and your colleagues made a really nice dashboard, you can now also share it. So if you press the share button, you can either share it with your entire organization or with one single colleague. Or in this case, with me, you can send it the first one. I have a few accounts. And now if you, this is done. If you add it and then you say done, I now have access to this dashboard straight in my account. So I can now actually keep track of our analyst view on sunflower oil instead of the mess I tend to create on it every time. So this is a new feature. Please use it. It's nice. It's read only in this case. So I can't break your dashboard, but I can benefit from it. One of the key new things that we launched in January. So we hope you benefit from it. That also concludes our coverage for this week. We hope we've been able to go past all of the products you need and you're interested in 30 minutes. If not, feel free to read the latest report online on the platform. I've added a link to on your screen. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to send them in through email, and we'll cover them in 2 weeks' time. And from now on, we're here every 2 weeks, and we'd love to have you here join us every 2 weeks.
Yes, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, Feiko. See everyone soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.